So roughly 6 lakh crore rupee infusion has been announced by the government today, led by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, out of the 20 lakh crore rupee overall package that the Prime Minister had promised last evening. It was a large focus on the MSMEs. There are as many as 6 measures for the MSME, but that wasn't all. There were 2 measures as far as PFs are concerned, 2 for NBFCs and MFIs, 1 for discoms across the country, to government contractors, real estate, and also 3 tax measures that have been announced just today. And of course, this has whet the appetite of the industry and the economy at large, especially businesses that are looking to kickstart the economy in the post-COVID period. Let me welcome Pankaj Munjal, Chairman and Managing Director, Hero Cycles, now joining us. Also with me, Sumant Sinha, Chairman and Managing Director, Renew Power. Let's go across to Mr. Munjal first up. The MSME sector are the backbone of the industry. They do well. The industry at large does well. So the moves that have been announced by the Finance Minister today, Mr. Munjal, what would you say about them? And is it something that has now catered to the major issue of stressed MSMEs and also others facing liquidity?
Absolutely. It is really addressing a lot of India, a lot of Bharat, I would say. All the migrant labor that we saw on the TV, it was very, very painful to see them. That is the focus. So this money will go down to them. So I want to compliment the government. I mean, you get a feeling of this is very constitutional, by the people, for the people, of the people. So it's a very large people affected, very large number of people affected. Now, Hero Cycle itself, we are dependent on lots of SMEs. We'll have about 500 SMEs working with us, and they'll have hundreds of people working over there for them. So now it's a very good thing. It'll be a land of entrepreneurs. This is what any developed world also looks like. Germany too has 30-40% of the employed. They're in the small, medium private enterprise that we know what. So it's a good thing to start. Now, my risk, more in a constructive manner, how to take it forward will be, if you have to distribute 20,000 and 50,000, 70,000 crores has got to go to SMEs. They're smaller companies, 100 crores, 200 crores. They have a certain level of talent working for them. Giving a bank loan is a safe loan. Your capital is protected and you have a secure cash flow to come back. Equity means opposite. There's a risk. Equity can be eroded. So the bank manager to the person taking the equity, it's a different genetic code. It's a different DNA. There's an element of risk. So the government is making the bank into like a private equity lender. You require a different frame of mind, different training. So this money could be at risk. I want to take it constructively forward. What the people do, especially in China, what they did, they made clusters. Now, when you have an OE, he can take some part of supply chain, designing, tier 1, tier 2, OE, we will be transportation, dealership, service. There's a complete supply chain to be mapped. He can't do the whole thing. He can't become competitive. Globally competitive, I mean, it's a long shot. So there will be risk. So my view over here was that if, like in China, they made clusters. Say they gave one OE this responsibility. I'll take care of 100 SMEs. We will give them technology. We will give them business, secure business for the next 5 years. And this is, like a partnership kind of thing, which can securitize and de-risk this. When we work, there'll be a plan A if things work well, and plan B.
I understand what you're saying.
If it doesn't work well. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. No, but you touched a very interesting aspect, Mr. Munjal, and I just want to emphasize for our viewers. There is some criticism coming in that there is nothing for the migrant workers. But actually the point that you have made is the point to be made, that when the MSMEs get addressed, actually it is a large section of the working population, especially in the unorganized sector also, that is actually getting catered to. So it is incorrect to say that there is nothing for the migrant worker, because when the MSME does well, they are able to employ more people and give more employment, because they're the largest employer as far as the industry is concerned. Let me take that forward to Sumant Sinha as well. The other aspect is to allow Indian MSMEs to grow. Mr. Sinha, the definition or the reclassification of MSMEs themselves, is that not going to be a boost?
No, of course it is. And, let me take a step back and say that, of the total program that the Prime Minister had announced yesterday of 20 lakhs, this is a small component. This is about a third of that total amount that is being announced. And it is very clear that the MSME segment is the one that was being targeted here. I would say that that if you look, you have to look at the entirety of all the announcements that are going to likely to come out over the next few days' time. And look, it's very simple. If the overall economy does well, MSMEs will also do well. If Mr. Munjal's cycle company does well, if he sells more cycles, if the economy is doing well, obviously all the MSMEs that are associated with him will also equally do well. So it is very important that if we have to address the long-term health of the MSME sector, and keep in mind what the Prime Minister said yesterday. He said we have to use this opportunity to make long-term structural reforms in the Indian economy. So the idea is not just to give a handout which you give it one day and it's gone the next day. I think the idea of the government, which is very correct by the way, is to try to use this opportunity to have long-term change, deep change in the Indian economy. And once that happens and takes root, then automatically all the sectors of the economy, whether it's MSMEs or large enterprises, everybody will start to benefit. And so I think this is the very right direction that the government is taking, which is trying to improve on a very broad basis the entire sector. Now, if you look at, for example, the second issue that was announced by the FM today, which is around addressing the NBFCs. Now, the NBFCs are also big lenders to the MSME sector. Yeah. And so if the NBFCs are improved in terms of their own liquidity, in terms of their own functioning, then that will also provide a lot of liquidity to the MSMEs as well. So let's keep in mind that there are multiple ways to address the health of the MSMEs. The directive was announced today. I think there are many other steps which will be announced, which will all go to improve the health of the economy and therefore the MSMEs. And as you rightly observed, MSMEs are the ones that actually hire and give employment to a lot of the Indian migrant labor. And so if the health of the MSMEs is improved, very clearly the health of the migrants will also be improved over a period of time. Now, yes, there isn't something specifically to put money in their pockets, but eventually this will lead to a long-term structural improvement even in the health of the migrant labor as well. So I think it's a very well-planned and well-thought-through scheme from that standpoint.
Okay. Both for Mr. Munjal and Sinha, of course, you are representing large industries here. But as Mr. Munjal was referring, all large industries are connected to the MSME sector as well. And the supply chain bolstering is extremely important. Mr. Munjal, you were talking about special SEZs and how the supply chain can be bolstered. The Prime Minister mentioned that India, while being vocal about local, has also got to make the local in India global. So both from the perspective of the MSME, supply chains and large industries, what more are you expecting in days to come?
What we are expecting now, I mean, it's a very good fillip. It's a very good motivation. I've got many WhatsApp coming up and, they want us to meet them. They want us to do that. So, like, we have our customers in Germany, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi. So if they are giving us eventually their components, I meant in the auto sector, then then their components go into these OEs. Slowly they will evolve. They will build up. It's a step-by-step approach. You do one level of supply chain, then you do another one, then you do another one, and over time you can climb up. But what I like in this is the hope, the spirit. That's really woken us up at a great time. It's a great timing. I think the government has done a lot of benchmarking with what's happened in the US, Germany, England. So this MSC, small medium enterprise, is a step-by-step approach. There's got to be a caretaker. They need somebody's blessing to go forward.
Right. Mr. Sinha, can I just ask you to very quickly comment? Pankaj Munjal very rightly said it's about the intent and also the feeling going out into the industry that the government is cognizant of the issues. Now, specifically for your sector, the renewable energy sector, many are saying that the post-COVID world is going to focus a little bit more in that clean energy side. So every crisis is also an opportunity. Anything specific you want to add as far as your sector is concerned? Okay, I believe we've lost the connection with Mr. Sinha. So we'll leave it at that. We'll try and take his perspective as far as the renewables energy sector is concerned. But Mr. Munjal spoke about the auto sector quite specifically. It's one of the hardest hit, Mr. Munjal. And certainly we are hoping that there is a revival, when the demand revival,
I want to make
and
one
the lockdown
remark.
period gets over, then the auto sector.
I wanted to make
Sure,
one
sure, go
remark.
ahead.
This COVID has made our bicycle sales surge 600% in Germany and in England in the time of COVID. April this
Yes.
year versus April last year, where last year was open, this year was like whatever lockout. There's a 6 times growth. So this COVID is giving us cycling, health, social distancing on a cycle. People don't want to log on. People don't want to stand on a tube station or sit in a bus or a metro. I mean, they've got to play safe. So it's really working out very well there. Never seen these kind of sales in the past.
Okay. Well, as I said, the post-COVID world might well be a very different world, and a lot of things that we always thought were very good for us, but for somehow habits were hard to break. Maybe COVID has done that a little bit for us. We'll leave it at that. Pankaj Munjal and Mr. Sinha, thanks a lot for speaking to us.
Thank you.